Welcome to Let's Talk Podcast. I'm so glad that you guys joined. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Your girl is trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. That's my goal, you guys. Man, help support the channel. Please hit that like and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell because every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a podcast. Let's Talk Podcast. That's right, every Sunday. And you don't want to miss it. It's all different type of conversations and topics. And if you want to be a part of the conversation and actually be a part of the show, all you have to do is email me at Let's Talk podcast55@gmail.com. Send me a message with your information and we can definitely talk it up, dialogue, and maybe come up with some really good topics and conversations that really need to be had. If we're able to see each other's perspective and able to then communicate and come up with some solutions, I believe that we can have a big effect on our communities that will then affect our children, that and then will reflect and affect our future. With that being said, let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about men dating down. That's right. We hear women all the time saying, I don't want to date down. I ain't dating down. That's what I said, ain't. I'm not dating down. Well, can you believe that men are dating down? Yes, men are dating down. We don't want to actually believe that because when we think about men dating down, we think it's funny because we're like, bro, I'm the prize. I'm the woman. I'm the prize. You hear men say, what are you bringing to the table? And women say, I am the table. Women really have this concept. Not all women, but a lot of women have this idea that all they have to do is show up. That's it. I'm a woman. I am blessing you with my presence. That alone is all that matters. Therefore, when you say a man dates down, it doesn't make any sense. How can a man possibly date down? None of that makes sense. So, I'm going to point out the top 3 things that I believe happens when a man is dating down. If a woman has any of these 3 things and a man is with you, he is dating down. Now, of course, this is my idea, my perspective, what I think are the 3 things that men are doing when they're involved with these women that is causing them to date down. If you disagree, it's all right. We could disagree. Hit up that comment section, light it up. Let me know. What do you think about my 3 top things that men are involved in relationships with women that involve dating down? The first one is women that are overweight. When women are overweight, men are dating down. Any man that is in shape and they're with a woman that is overweight, he is dating down for 2 reasons. One, because of attractiveness. Women can say whatever they want. Yes, there's a percentage of men out there that are messing with overweight women. This is all true. We know that. But ultimately, most men will tell you they like a woman that is in shape, healthy and in shape. That's what men are attracted to. That's what men like. And women out here want to be in denial. And no, I don't care. No. If you want to attract men, you have to be in shape. This is what they're looking for. So when you're overweight and he's involved with you, you already got a negative hit on you because you're overweight. And the attraction level drops. So if he's with you and you're overweight, that's him dating down because you're not as attractive. So he just dated down. The second reason with being overweight when it comes to a man dating down is because when you are overweight, you have heart disease and stroke. Obesity, being obese makes it more likely to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, which creates risk factors of heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, digestive problems, sleep apnea. It goes on and on. It's a list of things that happen when you're overweight. So now when this man is involved with you and you're overweight, you're creating problems within a relationship because now you got to pay him for more insurance. Life insurance is going to be an issue. God forbid he has to bury you, which most likely he will. If you do not lose the weight, you will end up, losing your life because heart disease and stroke, these things are serious. It's no joke. So if he continues to stay with you, he may even have to bury you. Paying for medications, going to doctor visits. And then on top of that, when you're suffering from a lot of illnesses, you don't want to be intimate. So now you're not even intimate anymore because of what you're dealing with. So guess what? That is another factor that now is going to affect the relationship. So the fact that he's with you, he just dated down. He dated down. Why? Because you have health problems and you are unattractive, right? That's the first one. The second one with a man dating down is when the woman has a high body count. When a woman has a high body count, that man is now dating down. How is he dating down? They recently did a study, and the study says that women with 0 or 1 previous sexual partners before marriage were more less likely to divorce. So if you have 0 to 1 partner before you're married, it is a high chance that you're going to stay married. While those with 10 or more are most likely to end up in divorce. So if a man ends up choosing you as a partner and you have a high body count, based off of this study, there is a possibility that you are going to end up divorcing him because you're not happy. There's so many studies online. Check them out. Women that have high body counts end up not being happy in the marriage, and they end up leaving. 70% of women are filing for divorces, and the majority of them, they're not happy. So when you have a high body count and a man decides to be with you, there's a chance that he's putting himself at risk to end up having to be divorced. And you guys know how the system works in the court. It always favors the woman. So now it's an opportunity by him being with you that he could end up having an ex-wife, having to pay spousal, child support, probably can't barely see his kids, got to work probably multiple jobs just to keep up with the child support and take care of his own lifestyle. And there's so many other things that go along with that. Just the divorce in itself can be a traumatic experience for anyone to go through. So when a man has decided to be with a woman that has a high body count, it is a possibility, a very high possibility, that that marriage will dissolve. So by him choosing you, and him in the end, that's probably going to end up suffering the most, especially financially, he is now dating down. By him putting himself at risk, by being with a woman that has a high body count, he is now putting himself at risk, and this is how he's dating down. The third thing that a man does when dating down is when being involved with a woman that already has children outside of the relationship. Any man that chooses a woman that has children outside of the relationship, he is dating down. How is this dating down for a man? Because they say 40% of your first marriage is going to usually end up in divorce. A second marriage, 60% is probably going to end up in divorce. But when you have spouses that have children from a previous marriage, the divorce rate is 70%. So there's a 70% chance that you're going to probably end up in divorce if both of you guys have children outside of the relationship. And even when you look up women that have children outside of the relationship that aren't even married, do your research, you'll see the numbers are still high. Here it's talking about both, but even women that have children outside of the relationship, a lot of times they're divorcing the man. And again, how is this a man dating now? Because he's putting himself at risk. It's a high possibility, 70%, that you guys are not going to end up together. And on top of that, he has to deal with probably baby daddy drama. He has to deal with the disciplinary issue. A lot of women that get married with these men or get in a relationship with these men, they don't want the man to discipline the child at all. They don't want nothing at all. And what a lot of parents don't understand is if the mom and the dad is not on the same page in agreement, and the child knows that he really can't say nothing to him because his mama's not going to like it, kids take full advantage of that. You think they say, oh no, it's okay, I'll just do everything he says? No, they're going to be like, I'm going to just get my mama. That's what they're going to do. So now you're causing division in the home, because he can't say nothing to the kid. He can't discipline the kid. And that causes problems in the relationship within the family. And it ends up being dissolved. So any man that chooses to be with a woman that has children outside of the relationship, he is dating down. Now, I said all this to say what? Just because a person is dating down, that doesn't mean that the relationship can't be successful. It can still be successful. My husband actually dated down when he chose to be with me, because I had children before we got into a relationship. So he was actually dating down. He had no children at all. He was making, decent money at his job at the time when we first got together. No children, had his own place, car. He was doing good for himself. And he chose me, whom already had children before we got together. He just dated down. And guess what? That may seem like, oh, you're bringing yourself down by saying he's dating down. It's the reality and the truth of it. This is what he chose to do. But that doesn't mean that the relationship can't be successful. We've been together now almost 15 years, and we are very in love and very happy. And we have such a great communication between one another. So it is possible to date down and still be in a relationship. But I'm pointing all this out to say that women need to get off of their high horse and stop thinking that they're the prize. You really got to get that mindset out of your head. If you want to fall in love and have a partner that you can spend the rest of your life with, that you can build a family with, that you can just spend the rest of your days with, you have got to get this idea out of your mind that men are just dogs and they're just animals and they just go with anything, and I'm the prize and he just whatever. You got to stop thinking of our brothers in this way and in this manner. Men do so many things for our society and for us as a people. They protect us, they fight for us, they provide for us. Men are still the breadwinners overall, at least in America where I live. So this idea that, men are this or men are that, that's foolishness. Yes, we do have some brothers that need to step up and be accountable for their actions. But as a whole, men are doing their things out here. They're fighting for us. They provide things for us. They allow the life that we have today. The reason that we're able to live the comfortable life that we live today is because of the sacrifices and the things that men have done for us. When you look at things like roofing, electrical work, police, protect and serve, you look at firefight, all these things that we need, doctors, all these things that we need to be able to survive in a society, just to even live, like have a roof over your head and have AC. Men are the ones that are doing these things. Even when you look at the water plants, to be able to have water to clean ourselves and bathe ourselves and wash our hands, men are doing these things. So this idea that these men are not pulling their weight and that, we're the prize and they're just whatever is foolishness. We need to start, the men that are doing what they're supposed to do, we need to start uplifting them, showing them more respect and appreciating the hard work that they do so that we can have the life that we have and live in the society that we live in today. With that being said, if you disagree or agree, it's all good. Hit up that comment section, light it up. Tell me what you think about my 3 things of a man dating down. When a woman is overweight, have a high body count, or have children outside of your guys' relationship. These are the 3 things that I believe causes a man to date down. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and I can't wait to come back. Make sure you guys come Sunday, man. I'm looking forward to the podcast. We're going to be talking about interracial couples, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. Remember, every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hit that notification bell, and you will be alerted every time that we go live on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys.